What is up, YouTube? It is We Are Pigeon here, and I will be doing a deck profile today. I'm going to be doing it on my Blue Eyes White Dragon cards. I don't know if you can really tell, but there you go. My Blue Eyes White Dragons because it's the most common deck I use, actually. I use it in tournaments all the time, and it actually is, I would say, really good. I do pretty dang well with it. I don't lose very much. I win quite a lot. But it is not the type of deck that you would commonly see for Blue Eyes. You usually see white stones with cards of consonants. I don't use a single cards of consonants. I don't use a single white stone. I don't use a single Rider of the Storm Winds. This is my own deck build almost, I would say. I mean, it's obviously a lot of chunks of it are going to be the similar for a lot of Blue Eyes, but the ones that I use are pretty much my own build. Not a lot of people use them. So anyways, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Obviously, if it's a Blue Eyes deck, 3 Blue Eyes. For 3 Blue Eyes, you gotta match it with 3 Maidens. And for 3 Maidens, you gotta have a card to get her out pretty easily, and 3 Shining Angels does the trick. And just quickly, just before I get too far and I forget, I will be showing, or not showing, but I will be putting all of the cards that I use and all the amounts of them in the description, just so you know. And then I use 2 Dark Storms. There's a reason I use them. There's other cards that I use Dark Monsters for, but these are also just really good because they're level 8s, normals while they're in the grave, and they're not too hard to get out. But on top of that, I use these cards that no one ever really uses nowadays. It is 3, I don't even know how to say the first part of his name, but 3 Limit Dragons. You can special summon him if your opponent has a 2000 attack or higher monster, and he's an 8-star, so he goes good for Sun Dragon, which I have in the extra deck, or Thunder End, which I gotta buy a copy of. I have not completed my extra deck yet, and I'm trying to. I'll put all the extra deck cards also into the description, and I'm gonna go through my side deck in the video. Last card that's really stabilized, Red Eyes Metal Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Super useful, very good spamming card, I would say. You can get a lot out with Metal Dragon. Now the cards that I put in myself that are definitely choosable, but it's all up to you really. Mainly this one isn't too choosable, he's just super good. Envoy at the beginning because there's the 3 Limit Dragons, which are darks, the 2 Dark Storms, and then Metal Dragon. Those are all darks. The other cards are all light. This one I added just because I wanted another 8-star normal monster that is exactly like Blue Eyes, only with 50 less attack. I don't know if you can... yeah, you can't really see it in my camera. Same as Blue Eyes, except obviously not a Blue Eyes, but has very good use for when I need it. Magician of Faith, very good card, commonly because there's, I think, 14 spells, so spell regeneration is pretty helpful. Alexandrite Dragon, not too common of a card to see, but there's Ally of Justice in here, Ally of Justice Catastor, and I like to use him. And he's a normal monster, so he can also be special summoned with Azura or Silver's Cry if I really need it. And then Honest. Honest is the last monster. There's 20 monsters total, 20 monsters, spells, and traps, so don't worry about that. Honest is the last one. Honest has saved me countless of times. That's it for the monsters. We'll get into the spells here quick, and trust me, there's a lot of them. More than a lot of decks, at least. 3 Silver's Cries, very helpful for getting back Blue Eyes, very good spamming. But with Silver's Cry also comes Trade In. You can even trade an Envoy at the beginning, Rabid Dragon, any of the Limit Dragons, Dark Storm. Trade-in's very useful for this deck because all the high-level star monsters are all level 8s. Except for Metal Dragon. Level 8's 9 or 10, whatever the heck he is, I don't remember. For Maiden, you gotta have a card that will target her. I only do 2. 2 Malevolent Nuzzlers. The reason I do Malevolent Nuzzler, though, is you could pay 500 to get it back. So when this thing goes to the grave, I can instantly take it back, and I don't really ever run out of them. Staple cards, 2 MSTs, 1 Dark Hole. You gotta have a Dark Hole, and you gotta have MST. Otherwise, you're gonna be quite losing it. The cards that aren't staples that I like to have, 1 for 1, Dragon Shrine, Burst Stream of Destruction. With these 3 cards, they're definitely useful. when I have Burst Stream in my hand, and then I equip Maiden, get out Blue Eyes, very good. 1 for 1 to get out Maiden right away, and then Dragon Shrine, just because I don't always get Blue Eyes to the grave right away, but I'm going to need it, or if I draw Envoy at the beginning right away, and I get that, I can instantly get Envoy. That's it for the spells, 14 of them I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then to the traps, I only have 6. 3 Champions Vigilance, this is definitely one of the best cards in the game, and if you don't know what it does, I'd suggest you just Google it. Fiendish Chains, 2 of them. I only like using 2, but I might actually put it down to 1 and use Ordeal of the Traveler. If you've never used Ordeal of the Traveler, you definitely want to Google search that card. And then 1 Compulsory Evacuation Device. This targets Maiden, which activates her effect, and it will send Maiden back to your hand. So if you're desperate, just take her right back, or if your opponent's about to kill her, it gets her back right away. I'll go through the extra deck, and then I guess I'll go through the side deck. The cards that I have for the extra deck, obviously, like I said earlier, are not complete, but it's getting there. They're mainly the most useful cards for the extra deck are my extra deck for in real life, not dual network. But 3 Azurai Silver Dragons, they're super useful, and they're mainly the staple card for Blue Eyes. I would usually say 3 Ally Justices, Catastor, super good card, helps me through a lot of situations. Queen Dragun djinn, super good card, but I don't use her as much, and I use him a lot. Hieratic Sun Dragon, Overlord of Hillboys. Super good card for a Blue Eyes, and that's about it. That's the extra deck. I'll put the other cards in the extra deck back into the description just so you know. Now I'm going to get into my side deck. This is obviously by choice. You don't have to listen to this if you don't want to. You can just end the video. But the cards that I use for the extra deck, or side deck, it's mainly Brightstar, the only monster that I have. Mainly I put Brightstar, so I have a 4-star dragon, and in case if I get Black Rose Dragon, I would switch him out for alexandrite, and alexandrite would go. Other than that though, I got Sacred Serpent's Wake. You should Google this, it's a long effect. Wonder Wand, just in case I need that extra equipped. Monster Reincarnation, in case they keep destroying Blue Eye, or not Blue Eyes, but Maiden too much, I have a way to get her back. Or Envoy the beginning, a lot of my cards. And then Token Thanksgiving, in case they keep spamming tokens on me and I can't get rid of them, that's my way. The Magic Cylinder, secret rare. Magic Cylinder, just in case they keep doing direct attacks and they need to stop them. This is another one that I really like. Windstorm of Ataqua, I think that's how it is. Ataqua? I don't know how to say it. Switches all battle positions of your opponent's monsters that are face up. I think it's... yeah, all face up monsters. So, if they have way too many attack position monsters, you can instantly flip them, all go into defense, and then they can't do anything. A very useful card when needed. 1 Call of the Haunted for the side deck as well. I've had reasons to side deck that and take it back out. Chain Burst, in case your opponent is heavy on trap cards. There's only 6 trap cards in my deck, so no matter what, I can't kill myself with my own Chain Burst. I can activate every trap and never have to worry. Pretty useful. Regeki Break, this is definitely a card that I really don't care about being in my side deck, and I probably am going to take it out for Ordeal of the Traveler, but it's useful in case if I need an extra MST. And then Overworked. Definitely put this in your side deck. This is one of the most useful Yu-Gi-Oh cards I've ever seen, is Overworked. Other than that, I don't really got anything else for you. That is my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck. My next deck profile, I will be doing these, my Red Eyes decks, or my Red Eyes deck. It's not done yet, but it's 5 cards away. I need 5 more cards, and then it's completed. But other than that, this is We Are Pigeon here, and I will see you guys next time.